Hi, and welcome back to Boss Wife. I am your host, Ebony. Here is where you will get your motivation for the week. Here is where you will get the tools and tips to learn how to play, laugh, and live hard, unapologetically. Here is where you will learn how to erase the lines of the box because you realize you cannot be contained. Here is where you will learn how to show up for yourself. Here is where the most powerful transition will begin in your life. Welcome to Boss Wife. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. So I am so excited to be talking to you guys tonight. I feel like it's been forever, first of all, just let me say that. But I am super excited to talk to you guys tonight. As you know, my topic is stop being busy, okay? So the reason I picked this topic tonight is because I have been feeling so overwhelmed. I have so much going on. As you guys know, I have a modeling studio, I do podcasting, I do life coaching, and I also work a full-time job, and I have 4 children and a husband, and I'm a full-time church member, which means for us that I am hands-on with every function, everything that's going on at church. So I just been overwhelmed lately, and it dawned on me, I overextend myself a lot. This is something that I already know. And for me to be productive in my business as well as in my personal life, I have to make sure that there's a balance there. And so tonight, that is what I want to talk to you guys about. And just to let you guys know that it's okay to overextend yourself if it's something that you want to do, but not at the expense of yourself or your business or your family. Okay. So to create a balance, it takes a dynamic awareness, okay? It's just like riding a bike. You have to be focused. You have to realize how to go forward, how to move backwards, how to sideswipe different things and not be knocked down, okay? How to navigate through obstacles, pretty much. So in other words, in all of that, it takes practice. You have to be aware of everything you're doing, be cautious and conscious of everything that you're doing, every decision that you're making. You definitely have to live intentional. That is my point. So in this balance, of course, there are going to be things, we always have emergencies that come up. We always have family things that come up that we don't expect. And that's life. That's totally okay. But overextending yourself, always saying yes, always saying I'll do it, it should not be in your vocabulary, especially if you are a business owner. When it comes down to making the right decisions for you just like our health, right? So we definitely have to take care of ourselves before we can take care of our family. Same thing goes for your business. Mentally, you have to protect your mental status at all times in order to be a productive business owner, and as well as a mother, as well as a wife. We apply that to everything in life. So you know me, I'm all about a overall well-rounded life. Okay, so in this balance, make sure that you are living intentional. I want to drop that home because a lot of times we get used to the day-to-day routine and we just think it's okay, and for me personally, I definitely try to keep my kids busy. I don't want to keep myself busy though. That's the thing. Like, it's okay to keep my kids busy, but then I don't realize in order to keep them busy, I'm keeping myself busy as well. And then I also say, yes, I can do this at work. Yes, I can do this at church. Yes, I can do this for my friends, and not being aware that when I get home and I'm settling down and I go to my studio, or if I go to my modeling studio, or if I'm, working on my coaching, I don't realize that my mind is so overtaxed that, my ADD kicks in and I'm thinking about everything. And then here comes multitasking. The biggest myth in the world. Okay. So multitasking, all it is pretty much moving from task to task very quickly. Okay. So in doing this, we create habits, which are called micro habits, which is like, eating while we're driving, drinking more coffee to stay awake, or, drinking wine when we get home to relax. We've learned how to read emails while we're in line in the drive-through or in the grocery store. We've learned how to create all of these little micro habits that become bigger habits, which in the end, ends up causing us to be overweight or causing us to be even more stressed out because we're juggling so many things at one time. Or it causes us to be short-tempered. It causes us to be tired and just worthless, because at this point we've learned how to be scatterbrained, right? We've learned how to deal with it. We've learned how to deal with all of these thoughts coming in and out of our head. I go into a room so many times, you guys, I can't even tell you. And I'm like, why did I come in here? Or I'm sitting at my desk at work and I'm trying to work on my business, like my modeling studio, because we have a big show coming up. So, I have all these thoughts running through my head. Plus I'm triaging patients. Plus I'm, doing medications. I'm doing prescriptions. I'm doing different things at the hospital for my physician. And then I realized, wait a minute, what am I doing? And then I have to go back and forth like, okay, I was just doing something. Or I sit down at my desk and I'm like, okay, wait a minute, I was just doing, and so then we learn to say, oh, okay, I just got so much going on. But then we deal with it and we don't actually deal with it. We don't actually realize why we are so scatterbrained, and we're just like, oh, it's okay. This is normal. Everybody goes through this, but it's not normal, and we make it our normal. So therefore, we definitely need to take multitasking off the table, focus on one thing at a time, give your all on this one big project or this one small project, or, even if it's on your to-do list, it's okay. Like, that's cool. Make a to-do list. I'm all about my list. I'm all about my priorities. So yes, make your to-do list for the day. But if you find yourself working on 4 or 5 things on that to-do list at the same time, something isn't getting your all. Something isn't getting your 100%. So we definitely want to slow down, take what's important, focus on that, and then move on. Stop overwhelming yourself, okay? It's not healthy for you or your family or anybody around you. And it's definitely going to either cause you to be lonely, or sometimes we become busy to help prevent us from being lonely. And, there is one of those coping mechanisms that we choose to create for ourselves. And I'm not here to say that's good or bad. I do realize that a lot of people have different things going on in their life. So if that is you, I'm not really sure what you're running from or what you're trying to hide from or what you're afraid of, but it is okay to be alone with yourself. It really is. And at some point you're going to have to be alone with yourself anyway. So overworking yourself only leads to, like early dementia, Alzheimer's. We want to protect our brain just the same way we want to protect our skin and our hair and our bodies. Okay, it is definitely important to protect your mental status. So let's talk about productivity. How productive are you in everything that you're doing, and all the multitasking you're doing, in every task that you're taking on? How productive are you? I have about 6 things going on in one day, and I have to stop and realize and pray and ask God, hey, Lord, please help me to focus. Help me to be able to finish one task before I move on to the next. Or like when I'm at work. Yes, sometimes I do have to multitask at work, but then I have to still say, Ebony, focus on what you're doing, and then we'll move on to this. Because if I don't, I will definitely mess up. And nobody wants their medications messed up on. That's one. Nobody wants to feel like nobody's listening to them or cares about, why they're calling into the doctor's office or whatever. So I definitely have to be okay with being productive, because that's more important than getting everything done and nothing is done 100% completely, or nothing is done the way it should be done. It's just done, so that's definitely important. So I want you guys to think about how productive you are in your business. Everything that you have going on in your life, is it really pushing your business forward? Is it really benefiting your family? Is it really benefiting your relationship? If not, stop what you're doing, rethink, recap, revamp, and make sure that what you're doing is what you want to do. Okay? We can be productive in a lot of things, but if it's not what you want to do, it's really not affecting you and it's not helping you to live intentional. Like, living intentional means that you're living on purpose, means that everything you do has a purpose. So if what you're doing is to benefit somebody else and it has nothing, you're getting nothing out of it, revamp that. Like, are you really doing it to sow a seed into somebody's life? That's fine, because of course we do things for people and we don't expect anything from them. Yes. But if you're doing this all the time, think about if you're being taken advantage of, or if you're just saying yes, like I said, because you're afraid to do something or you're afraid to allow something to happen. Okay. So that's definitely key. And being productive and living on purpose, you want to make sure that This is the reason why you get up in the morning. This is going to be your end game. This has something to do with the next level of your life. Okay. Purpose can guide life decisions, influence behavior, shapes goals. Okay. It also offers a sense of direction. And that's going back to the riding the bike. Like, we have to know the direction we're going in. You can't just get up every day and just be like, oh, I'm going to do things willy-nilly and just allow things to happen to you. That's how bad decisions are being made. That's how mistakes are happening. That's how incidents are occurring. So we definitely want to have a sense of direction. And, it creates meaning. And without a meaning, we don't know who we are. We can't be defined. We got to know what we're doing. You have to know the reason behind everything you're doing. And like I said, if it's not benefiting you, if it's not pushing you forward, if it's not benefiting your business, look at it, evaluate it, and revamp. Also, living on purpose also means that you're happy. It also means that you have some white noise or some white space in your life, which means that that's your time. That's where that balance comes in. You have to have your own time set aside for you, because if you're constantly busy, you lose you. Even though we're doing everything that we want to do sometimes, or that we have to do, and we're mixing everything in, we're mixing business with pleasure. Yes, but that doesn't mean that you're happy. That just means that you have an agenda. That's the difference. Living with purpose means that you understand what your life should feel like. Living on purpose means doing what truly matters to you, and it aligns with your values and beliefs. So again, stop being busy for somebody else's agenda. That's one reason why I started my own business, because I'm tired of pushing somebody else's agenda. I'm tired of making somebody else's dreams come true. It's time to make my own dreams come true. I was thinking to myself today while I was at work that, I'm going to give myself 2 years and I'm done working for other people. Maybe not even that long, but I'm definitely done. I'm definitely done. Life is too short. We have too many things that we miss out on life because we are working a 9-to-5 and we're punching somebody else's clock. When I can be pushing my own agenda, living my life for me, and being happy, and knowing exactly what I want to do, and not having to work for somebody else and do it the way that they believe I should do it, and the way and being paid for what they think I'm worth. That's definitely a no for me. From here on out, that's definitely a no for me, and it definitely should be a no for you. You are more than what somebody think they should be able to pay you with a dollar amount. When your life is in alignment, things come easy. There isn't as much as a struggle. Things just work out. Life is right. It feels right. You wake up with this sense of sincerity, like every morning, like you feel so overwhelmingly proud of you. And that's what matters. Somebody else's validation does not matter. Your validation matters. If you're in a place where you are not happy and your life feels like it's not moving, it's in a stagnated place, and you have no clue of how to maneuver around it and get out of it, there's an issue. And we definitely need to face that issue. So when you're hopping from place to place and task to task, you definitely don't feel grounded. You feel like you're on shaky ground. And we all know that feeling. We feel like everything could crumble at any given moment, and we have no control over any circumstances that may come. So when living your life and living to the fullest and living on purpose, not multitasking, not staying busy just because, we have this great feeling of fulfillment. We all want that, right? Like I said, things are going to happen. Life always throws us a curveball. We always wake up sometimes with a flat tire, that car tail ends us or whatever. Life happens, right? A pet's pass away. We got to deal with the kids. Because let's face it, when your pet passes away, you're like, oh, that's a relief. Like, that's the one less person I got to take care of. And I'm sorry for you pet lovers. I am definitely a pet lover. Don't get me wrong. I have 2 babies, 2 fur babies. But let me tell you, I have 4 children and a husband. I will not be sad. I will be sad for a moment, but not that sad. Because I'm like, listen, I don't have to buy that much food anymore. Let's, go into the vet. Let's everything. So anyway, moving on. I just thought, I would just throw that in there. So, in finding our purpose in life and figuring out what fulfills us, what will make us happy, what will make us feel whole and grounded, take inventory of your achievements. Think about everything that you've done, everything that you've accomplished. What really just does it for you? Like when you're done doing it, you're like, whew, I just, enjoyed that. Like I had so much fun, or I really feel so good that I was able to help that person. Like for me, it was definitely helping other people. That's always been my passion, always been my goal in life. It's always been my top 5. Like I wanted to be a physician, I wanted to be a doctor growing up, and then I wanted to be a model or a spokesmodel, but it's always involved other people. It's always involved doing something for other people. And I know that when I see a smile on somebody's face because I put it there, that's my selfishness. Like I really enjoy making people's lives better. So think about everything that you've accomplished. Think about everything that, you've gained over the years, like all your gifts, all your talents. What do people actually say? You know what? You should definitely do that. Like think about those things, because that's how you find your purpose in life. That's how you begin that journey of fulfillment. Network with like-minded people. Definitely do that, regardless if you're not even looking for your passion. It's always better to be the dumbest person in the room than the smartest. I'm just letting y'all know. That's just my number one goal. Like if I am the smartest person in the room, I'm in trouble. Like my friends can't be dumber than me. And I'm not saying I'm dumb. I'm not calling you guys dumb. I'm just saying like you should always want to be around people who you're like striving to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like they should have something that you're like, wow, like you did that. Wow, like I need to like up my game. They should definitely encourage you and empower you to be better. I'm not saying covet what somebody else has, or, want to take what they have or want to be who they are. No, be you, have your own identity. What I'm saying is the people you are around should definitely encourage you and empower you and inspire you to be better. Okay. You can't be on the same level with people and think that they're going to boost you, because they're needing boosting as well. So how do you not stay busy? Here's my first tip. Eliminate anything that is not driving you forward. We've already covered that. If it's holding you back, if it's stopping you from doing what you need to do, if it's hindering you from your everyday fulfillment, eliminate it. Because if the more and more it stays in your life, it would definitely pull you down, and then it would definitely change who you are. It would change your characteristics, and you don't want that, because you are unique and wonderfully made, and we don't want anything to change or alter who we are, who God has created us to be, right? My next tip is, how big is your plate? Think about that. Is your plate overflowing? We all know we are supposed to eat in proportions, right? Portions definitely help control our body, helps us to live longer, a more healthier life. Why isn't your life the same? Your life should reflect the way that you eat as well. And you know what? That's powerful, because a lot of our lives does. We, like I said, when we're on the go all the time, we're constantly feeding our bodies fast food, junk, chips, snacks, little Debbie cakes, candy, energy drinks, all this caffeine. Your life definitely is a representation of what you're feeding yourself, because we crash from all those things. Our brain slows down. We get so sluggish. We get, tired. Our skin even reflects what we eat. So therefore, the things in your life that are on your plate should definitely reflect how you want to live your life. Okay. My next tip is check your to-do list. You have a to-do list every day. We all do, regardless of if it's minimum or large. We all have a checklist. Even though you have a 9 to 5, we still have a checklist. So check your checklist at night. When you get home at the end of the day, if everything isn't checked on your checklist, or you've been so busy all day and nothing on your checklist has been completed, you're way too busy. Like you're just busy just to be doing stuff. Definitely revamp that. Okay. Revamp your day, revamp your to-do list, your checklist, whatever you have going on. Focus and live purposefully, intentional. Okay. My next tip is say no to things that are not serving your business. I am in a community a lot, so I'm not going to say no to my church, because that's the community. My business serves the community. Therefore, everything in my life serves my business, and it serves my purpose in living. Think about that. Are you doing everything that serves your business? Does everything tie in together that you're doing in life? Even in raising my children, like I said, we have a big show coming up in September. My kids go to school. They're in the inner city schools. They're not homeschooled. Therefore, I can give my kids, hey, take these flyers to school. Hand these flyers out. We have a show coming up. You're in the show. Help produce the show. But seriously, like, everything in my life contributes to my business. It contributes to my life. Think about that. What are you doing that is not serving your business? My last tip is think about the bigger picture. We've covered this tonight already. But anyway, think about the bigger picture. What's your end game? I gave myself 2 years to be off a job, a 9-to-5 job, rather. I'm giving myself 2 years to work for myself. Therefore, I need to definitely be more intentional on my spending, my savings, how I'm raising my children, because what I'm doing, I definitely want them to realize who I am and how it's making me and how it's creating me, because I want them to realize they don't even have to work a 9-to-5. They can grow up being entrepreneurs already. They can grow up building Fortune 500 companies. They can grow up and be the next president. They can grow up and be the next vice president, or whatever they want to be. Nowadays, I'm not going to make that comment. Okay, so anyway, like I was saying, those are my tips for tonight, guys. Tonight is going to be a very short night because I have a great interview tonight, and I'm super excited. And I cannot wait for you guys to hear her next Tuesday. This is just going to be like mind-blowing to me, and I know it's going to be so great for you guys as well. So make sure you stay tuned next week. I cannot wait. And I know I'm, right now I'm doing it every other Tuesday, but she's coming in tonight, so I can definitely do this interview with her, and I'm definitely going to share it with you guys next week. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to even be able to contain myself and hold it until next Tuesday, but I'm definitely going to try. So that's why I'm cutting off short tonight. And I really just hope you guys got something out of what we talked about and what I've shared with you, my life experiences. You guys know I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you guys grow and strengthen you and empower you and encourage you from a day-to-day basis. I hope you guys have learned something again tonight. I love you guys so much, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys again next week and for you guys to hear my guests. I'm super excited. I love you guys. You know where I am. I'm everywhere. I am all over social media. I am all over, YouTube, Pinterest, anywhere you are, I am. So I love you guys. Have a great week.